Hello, my friends. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're ready for another YouTube video from your old buddy, Dadcraft73. We're back here playing some Age of Engineering, some 1.10 modded Minecraft, and man, I'm so happy. I'm just happy. I love playing this mod pack. I hope you guys, I know that there's some mod packs that are going to get more views than others. That's just the way it works. That's how the YouTube game works. And there's some things that I'm going to do that people aren't going to love as much as other things that I do. But let me tell you what, this mod pack fills me with just so much joy. I just love it. I mean, it's so hard. I mean, it's not hard. It's just, I don't know, something about it. Something about it, like, completes me. Yeah, I just went there. So I just logged in. I logged out last episode right by this guy and it's loaded, so it's not a big deal. But I wanted to see if we got some icy shards. We got 5 of those junks in there. Check it out. We have 6 icy shards. That's all we need. I did pull out some of these icy drones. They were sort of stacked in there. We had the same issue with some of those other bees that we had going on, that sometimes the drones have just little different traits. Like if we look here and see, right? So if we look here, this is icy glacial, right? This is icy, and you see that their lifespan is short, normal, slow, slowest fast. That guy is. We look at this guy, he's short, right? So they just have a little. They're still icy bees. They just have like a little different deal, right? I'm not worried about it. We can just let this thing run, and we'll come back over here and check it periodically, just so we can build up some of these ice shards. Like I said, I don't think I need more than 1. I was a little grumpy about it. Let's get our glider active, and let's head on back to the house. Where's it at? Over that way? Yeah, okay. All right, let's get up in the air, and we'll head back over there. So I was a little grumpy. You spend all that time and effort making those crazy bees, and then you just need 1 shard. And technically, we got our shard before we even got to the bee that we needed to make. But that's okay. Man, I had such a good time. I mean, it's a lot of work. I don't know. It's fun. But you know what? Bees are done. We don't have to ever worry about bees again. We could, if we wanted to. We could keep making some other, some forestry bees and doing some cool stuff. But we have other really, really fun things that we want to work on. So we're not going to spend too much time on that. I'm going to get over here to the house, though. We're almost there. We should be coming into sight of everything here momentarily. Yeah, there's our crazy... Oh, hello, frame rate. A little bit of frame rate hit when we loaded all this stuff over there. Look at all those flowers from our bee breeding. It's crazy. Our farm is, it's working. I mean, it's doing okay for itself, I guess. Yeah. We might be in a little bit of trouble. I haven't been logged on for a couple days. I've been working on some other stuff, taking care of odds and ends. Let me see. Do I have any inventory space? How much dirt do we have in here? Dirt. Not very much. Oh, you know what? I think actually we're really good with dirt. I mean, there's not a whole lot inside that thing, but if we go in here, oh, I can feel a little bit of frame rate issues going on. That's okay. I'm not too worried about it. I think in here, don't I have like some compressed dirt, or did I get rid of it all? Or did I like uncompress it? I mean, I'm out. Am I really out of dirt? Yeah, I think I am. Which kind of leads us down the path of needing some other sort of power deal. What's this guy doing? Ah, he's still clear full. I mean, I think we're okay. We're not pulling that much power out of these systems anymore. I mean, let's go over here and look and see how many logs we have. I bet we have stacks on stacks still. Ooh, I feel slow. Let's see what we've got there. Hello, sheep. We have 5,700, and I would assume that that means all of these are clear full too. Yeah. We're in good shape. So, I mean, we could probably, we're getting close to the point where we probably don't even need this forestry farm anymore. We want to start looking at some different ways to get some items. I do want to go look over here, though, at my circuit production and see what's going on back here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, these are all filled. Well, it's not filled up yet. Did we get anything good? Not really. I think we need to get a processing center going. But these things, yeah, I mean, we're loading up all these different... We need all of these guys, right? We need these so we can do what we're going to work on today, which is try to get an ME system up. We can get rid of this storage module, which, man, I love. I'm a big fan of the storage module. These like storage blocks, man, they're awesome. I love them. We can put this in there. We also make sure we turn this on. Right, combine like stacks, so we don't have like partial stacks of anything laying around in here. Okay, so let's go outside real quick. I want to see how my nutrition module's going. I've just kind of left them in here. Is it in here? Yeah. So this guy has 66,500 health points, and it's still going up. Oh my goodness. Let's put it over here. Who knows how much this thing has saved in it? Yeah, a ton. So we can put that in there, and we'll fill that up. And that'll be about 60,000 of each, and then we'll start using that. How's this guy doing? Any cool books in here? That's not a bad book. Yeah, all right. We're doing all right for ourselves. Okay, so today, we're done with bees. We've done everything we need to do with bees. I would like to have some dirt. Some dirt would make me happy. Now, I do, speaking of bees, let me see. Dirt. Dirty. There's a dirty bee. All right, and let me see what she makes. So bee production is a dirty comb, and dirty comb in the centrifuge gives us a piece of dirt 90% of the time. So technically, what we could do if we really wanted to, and we wanted to just torment ourselves a little bit more, is we could create ourselves a couple, some of those dirt bees, and spin out their combs and use that to feed that. I don't think I want to. At least not yet. Maybe down the road. I mean, I can easily just go out and gather up some dirt. Actually, you know what? I bet. Hold on a second. I was just thinking, I bet we have... Can I eat this? Just clear it out of my inventory? Yeah. Okay. Oh, so I've got a couple projects I want to show you. So first of all, this, right? A huge, massive wall of chests. It's ugly. It's not very attractive. I do have a drawer controller over here. And essentially, anything that this thing makes, for the most part, this should be empty. Yeah, empty. Gets put in these drawers. And they all have void upgrades on them. And a lot of them that I really care about, like, for instance, some of this stuff, like there's 23. If we right-click this guy, you can see he's got an upgrade in him, which for some reason when I mouse over doesn't show me anything. But this is a dime, which is like 10 times. So this thing will hold however many stacks, right? 256 stacks of iron. So I'm in pretty good shape there. And there's various... I just pulled whatever I could make out of my inventory and fired all those up. So these void miners essentially can just run all the time. We can just rake in all this stuff, right? So I mean, it's using very, very little bit. We're making 1,000 RF a tick, using very, very little bit of fuel. Not a problem. But down here, which is the reason I came down here and I remembered, we have dirt. And there's like, I don't know, a bunch. So let's just grab a couple stacks. And we'll go back upstairs. Of course it's raining. Of course it's raining. And I don't think it's nighttime. Can we sleep this rain off? Oh, it's super loud. Nope, we can't. Okay, well, let's just deal with it. Let's go over here, walk out through the pouring down rain, and we'll put this in here, right? Because it's probably yelling about the fact that it doesn't have any dirt. Okay, and now it'll replace all that sand and get us back going on with our tree farm. Tree farm's running. So technically, that's probably what I should do. Just run dirt from the void miner into that thing. I also need to get some auto crafting stuff set up so I can keep my supply of fertilizer going for those farms. But man, we're good. I'm not too super worried about it. I would like to increase my RF production a little bit, and if I added a couple turbines to that setup in there, we'd be producing more power and getting even more items out of these guys. I mean, but it's okay. It's coming in. I did hide the cable, right? It goes underneath and goes like that. Okay. All right, so by the way, when you're breeding bees, you have time for all kinds of little projects that you can work on. That was one of them down there. The other thing that I set up is I built myself a drawer controller back here for these guys, and all of these guys have upgrades too. So if we click on that, it's got a bunch of upgrades. So it'll hold 288 stacks or 288 circuits is how many that is before it starts to sort of backfill in here. So that's good, right? And most of these are the same. Yeah, they're all the same. Almost, right? Various stages of being the same. So we can certainly store tons of circuits. So I want to build the new, there's like a new thing. It's this, instead of the analyzing chamber, I think there's a processing chamber, this guy right here, and I'm pretty sure we can make it. So we need a restoration, we need a reassembly and a restoration chamber, and then we can get the processing chamber. Where's reassembly? Is it this one? Yeah, so I think this is still the same, but it's this guy that we're going to swap out. And that way, things like these guys, dirty circuits and stuff like that, they could get run through this thing too. Yeah? And that way, this thing will stay clear. We're getting a little couple odds and ends here. Nothing too exciting. Power cube, that's kind of cool. Health processor, we're getting some. There's an algorithm separator. Yeah. I don't know. We might need one of those. Who knows? So we can do some stuff with it. Okay. So we're going to build a processing deal, and I think it's pretty simple. Processing chamber. We need to build a reassembly chamber. That's super, super simple. Extraction chamber. Super simple. So I tell you what, I'm going to probably go off camera and just knock this out. I don't want to spend too much time dealing with circuits today. I just want to make sure that we're using the right stuff. So we're going to get that, and I think that will be better. If we look at use here, like essentially it can process any kind of circuits. Yeah, so it can produce whatever. It can do whatever it wants to. Yeah, so if they're dirty or they're damaged. Yeah. And I guess, I mean, you get the same circuits out, I guess? Yeah, just depends on which one. Okay, so, I mean, there are, the other thing we could do is there are, I guess, ways to get just the circuits you need, but I'm not worried about that. So let me build a processing chamber. It's also raining, and it's loud, and it's annoying in my ear. So let me get that done, and I'll bring you back, and then I think we dive into the world of applied energistics. That would be awesome if we could do that today. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. Oh man, bees. It's actually been a couple days since I've recorded any Age of Engineering. Those couple bees episode were the last ones that I did. Not for any reason other than the fact that, man, I wanted to get some preparation work done, and I've been working on some other mod packs, trying to take care of some business, trying to get some stuff cleaned up. But we are back here in the Age of Engineering, and for me, I mean, you've already been here because you saw the episode where, the beginning of the episode already, I guess. Alright, so here's what we need to do today. So I was spending some time here in the base, and this whole setup here, we have to make some changes to sooner than later. This is circuit production. We've got this kind of, cheesy little thing going on here, which seems to work out okay. For some reason, this guy right here keeps losing power, and I don't really know why. It's like I log off and log back on, and my extraction chamber just stops working. But, I got it fired up again. It seems to be working. We got everything going through the processing chamber. But I really want to boost the whole circuit production. I want to crank that up. I know we need to get started in AE2, but I feel like there's really two pieces of infrastructure that we need to take care of before we can really dive into there. So the first piece of infrastructure is circuit production. And if you don't know, the reason is if I look here at Applied Energistics, and we look at all these crazy things that are available, and then we come down to the processors. The things. Where are they at? No. Like these. Printed engineering circuits. They require basic circuit boards made in the Carpenter. But each one of those requires a handful of circuits that you have to do. So whether it's the printed engineering circuit, the calculation circuit, and I can't remember the other one, this guy, the logic circuit, all three of those guys require circuit boards from forestry to be able to work. And we know that those circuit boards require different types of calculator circuits. And then I think this guy, printed silicon? No, printed silicon, thankfully, is just straight up silicon, which is good. But so I think we need to get this all cleaned up here. This has been sitting here for a while, and I have a plan. I think what I'm going to end up doing is the processing chamber works really good. The analyzing chamber works great. Let's see, I don't have like a thing in here, like a circuit. But as soon as this thing makes a circuit, this guy doesn't, he does it like right away. Yeah, and we could do some upgrades. We have the ability to make some upgrades in all those machines. So we want to clean up this right here and get this working a little bit better. But before we can do that, we're going to have to deal with, I've been thinking that it's sort of the elephant in the room. Right now, our sum total of RF production is based on these huge arrays of thermoelectric generators, which, don't get me wrong, I think they're amazing. But at the same time, I mean, they're only producing, I think it's, I want to say 30 RF a tick each. And we've got a bunch of them there. We've got a bunch of them over out the window here. And there's some dotted around here and there running forestry farms and stuff like that. But, we've done all this work. We also have our generator downstairs running as well. But I really think we need to look at beefing up our RF supply before we do anything else. So that's what we're going to work on for the rest of this episode. We're going to get our RF supply taken care of. RF generation is going to get solved once and for all. It's something I've been putting off for a long time, mainly because of the crafting requirements. But, it's one of those things where you just bite the bullet, you do it, you take care of it, and then you don't have to worry about it ever again, at least for a while. It should be able to get us to where we need to. The other thing that I want to do is see if we can't get this whole system looking a little bit better, working a little bit better. We actually may move it down in the basement. Speaking of basement, let me go down here and get something. I mean, we have some room down here that we could probably set up our system. I don't really know if we do or not. We might have to make a room just for calculator stuff, but we can handle that. It's not a big deal. Okay, so let me tell you what I've got going on. So I want to make a tier 3 solar array, and we haven't even made a tier 1. So we're gonna sort of jump in with both feet and get us a tier 3. And the reason behind that is that guy's going to produce about 15,000 RF a tech. So if you look at solar array and we kind of step through 15,680 RF a tick. And we're going to put it down in the mining age. That way it's always sunny, and we're going to have just essentially a steady supply of roughly 16,000 RF a tick coming in. And we might look at keeping this little generator running. I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this guy. I think that I added another turbine here just to make sure that these guys were okay. And they seem to be working great. I don't know if I'm going to ever need a higher level one. I mean, the big thing that I really needed was mica, so that's why they're tier 2, and we have 2,000 mica. We have a full chest, so got tons of mica. So I think we could probably look at keeping these things. We'll just leave that running. I mean, it's fine. We got tree farms doing what it needs to. We also have tons of UU matter. I mean, we've got 32 buckets, plus there's some more up there in the top. We'll go up and look at that in just a second. But what I've been doing is I've been making basic capacitors with my replicator, and it's not really even putting a big dent in our... Let me stop this for a minute. I don't think I have enough yet, but... So this guy's been drained. It's using all the power I can send to it. I mean, I'm happy, sorta, with this. I mean, we could definitely fire up our nuclear reactors again and get some extra and crank that out a little bit more. But I'm okay with this. This is okay. This is not bothering me too much. Everything seems to be doing the way that I want to. Okay, so let's go upstairs here and do a little bit of crafting. I will say that I've had things, specifically stuff coming out of this Empower crafting for about 36 hours. With the pitiful amount of RF that I'm producing, it takes forever. These Empowered Diamantine blocks, it's like 20 million RF. For instance, I had this thing running for about 6 or 7 hours, and it made like 10 of them. That's sad. That's so sad. But anyway, that being said, check it out. We have 12 of these, 16 of these. We made a bunch of these guys. I made the Palace Crystal ones first, and then got this thing set up to enable us to do what we need to there. So everybody's happy. It's still working. We've got a couple more to make. I want to have a couple extra ones just to have them. So let's take a look here at this tier 3 solar. So obviously we need to make some tier 1s, and we need two tier 1s to make a tier 2. Let's just do solar. That way we can kind of click back and forth. Okay, so to make a tier 2, we need 2 tier 1 solar panel controllers. Not a big deal. And then to make the tier 3, we obviously need 2 of these. So that means we need to make 4 of these bad boys right here is what we have to do. So I have the Palace Crystal. I cranked all that out. I made 16 of them. I think that's more than I need, but that's okay. I'm down with having more than I need. We need some blocks of gold, super simple. And then we need a solar cell, which is really where the pain starts to come in because of these octadic capacitors. I mean, the Palace Crystal and the Diamantine, that's just time, right? That's not a big deal. It's these guys where we really have to start. Oh, my goodness gracious, it's a nightmare. So I had to make a bunch of these basic capacitors, and I've been letting my replicator run a good bit. So if we take a look here and see, we have 300 of those guys. We need another 100 total. I think we actually probably need more than 100. I think we probably need like 108 or something like that. So we should have enough that we can do what we need to. The other thing that I have going on is I made myself tons and tons of energetic alloy and vibrant alloy because we have to upgrade these guys all to octadic. So let's go ahead and just dump all of those in there, and let's see if we can't make our first. So this guy needs, so we're getting 4 solar cells, 5 solar cells, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 7 solar cells to be able to do this, and then the tier 3 needs 49. So whatever that is, 56 is how many we're going to need. So 56 times 2 is 112. And then you have to multiply that times 4. So whatever 112 is, so it's 448. That's how many total of these little baby capacitors we need, these little guys here. But that's okay. We're going to just make the controllers now. We'll make all the pieces parts. I'm letting my energy kind of fill up back down there. It's going to take a little bit. So let's see if we can't make at least a couple of these controllers. Let's see what we need. So we need clear glass, and I don't know how much clear glass I actually have. I have 139. That'll be enough to get us started at least. So clear glass is easy. We need photovoltaic cells, and that's void crystals and some lapis and that. Okay, that's not a problem. So let's go, first of all, I put in a bunch of stacks of coal ore into 1, 2, 3. It's not quite as much as I would like. Dang it. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So let's make some coal blocks. Block of coal, and let's see how many we can make. Can we make like 6? Oh, we can almost make a stack. That's not too bad. And then we could go over here and throw these guys on the ground. Does this even have any power in it? It does. And then we can convert those into void crystal blocks and then convert them back, right? So that should be able to give us everything we need to make our photovoltaic cells. So let's make 21 of these guys, right? So let's go 8, 8, 8. That's plenty. We're going to need more than that. So we might as well just dump all this stuff in here to get it out of our inventory. Yeah, okay. So then we just need some octadic capacitors, and we need, so we have to make 7 of these. So we need 14 octadic capacitors. So let's make some double layers. And can we make a stack of these? Oh, we don't have coal dust. Actually, I do have coal dust. Let me just go down and get it. Also want to check on my power situation down here real quick. See if it's starting to fill back up. It is. Slow. That's okay. So in here, I have coal dust. Actually, I was like planning on stuff. Okay, so let's make a bunch of these. So if I can make a stack of these, that would be good. All right, so there's a stack of double layers. That's good. And then we should be able to make some octatics. I don't know if I have the glowstone dust. These are double layers, right? So can I make... Okay, so there's 32 octatic capacitors. That's a good start. We obviously need a bunch more than that. We need like 3 times that many to do what we need to. But now we should be able to make these. No, we already made those. Okay, so we should now be able to make these guys. I'm going to go in here and get some steel out, and we'll just put this in here like this. Okay. And then we need, let's just go ahead and make 8. We'll make 8 of them. So there's our 8 solar cells. Whew, that was a lot of crafting just for 8 of those little guys. And we have some extra capacitors left. We've got coal dust. So we just need to let this replicator run and make essentially 2 more stacks. I'm not too worried about it. It's just time. Again, it's all comes down to the amount of time we're going to spend. Okay, so we need some gold blocks. Let's make some of those. Can I make like 16? Oh, do I not have gold? We can get gold really quick. I don't have any over here, do I? Yeah, I do. I was planning. I was trying to get all of this stuff sorted together so we can make this pretty quickly. Now I can make 8, 16. That's probably enough to make 4 of these tier 1 guys. And then we have the empowered palace crystal, so we should be good, right? We can make 4 of these. Okay, so there's our tier 1 solar panel controllers. Now to upgrade these to tier 2, we just need some lapis blocks, which we should be able to make 4 of those. Shouldn't be a problem. And then we've got the diamantine crystal. We've got all those. And so we should be able to make 2 of these. 1, 2. Okay, so there's 2 of those. And then finally, we just need some mica. So let's grab some mica out of here. I'm betting a stack will get us what we want there. And now if we want to look at tier 3, we need to make some stabilized these guys. We should be able to make 4 of those pretty simply. And then, yeah, let's just click these in. Done. Tier 3 solar panel controller, done. Okay, so that's the first step. Now the next thing is we need to look at what the pieces parts are. So we need 32 structure blocks tier 3 or above, and then 8 modifier cores. So let's take a look at structure blocks first of all. Structure block. And we'll make it out of alabaster. That's sort of like the theme that we're going there. So we just need some alabaster, some gold, and some electrical steel, which I also have been grinding out. I've been taking care of all that. You know, it's easy when you're waiting for 20 million RF to fill up at like 200 RF a tick. I mean, that takes a long time. All right, I've got electrical steel in here, and I made a little bit of extra because I think we're going to need some more than just what we've got here. So we have to make 32 regular level structure blocks. So could we make 8, 8, 8, 8? There we go. And now we need to upgrade these to tier 2. Vibrant alloy, that should be good. I might have to make some more vibrant alloy. Let's see, can we make 32 of these? I'm out of diamonds. Always out of diamonds. Not always, but I have been. All right, let's get this and let's grab a stack of diamond blocks out of here, which we have plenty. We have 1,600 of those. That's the benefit of that void miner running essentially 24/7, 365. It just, we get the stuff that we need. Let's go and do this, and then we can just break all this stuff up. Okay. And now we should be able to make tier 2. 8, 8. Am I out of Restonia? Restonia. Yes. Okay, but we can make some more Restonia crystal. That's not a problem. Let's go upstairs and crank out a couple blocks of that. That shouldn't be a big deal whatsoever. So let's put diamonds away. We'll stick them in our storage drawer. We'll be able to get them back out if we need to. So let's go and make ourselves some redstone blocks. We need some of these. So let's make, do we want to make, I don't know. There, half a stack maybe? That'll work. And we'll throw these down and we'll hit the button. Yep, thank you. And then we'll convert these guys back the other direction. All right, and now let's look at structure blocks again. And we got to make some tier 2s. So let's see, we've got 16 now. And then 8 and 8. So there's 32 of those guys. And that was essentially the biggest part of the crafting. Now we got to make some tier 3s. Those are pretty simple. We can make those. So there's 8, 8, 8, 8. So there is our tier 3 structure blocks. That's one of the simplest part of the whole craft. And now we've got to make some modifier cores. Modifier cores. And we have a lot of options here, but I guess not really. Energy from vibrations like rain. No, so we don't get rain down there. So I'm not too worried about any of these things. No, so we just need to make some plain old simple modifier cores. We need some blocks of aluminum, and then we need some electrical steel. So let's see if we can't make ourselves... I just want to make a block of aluminum. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's go back in here and look at aluminum. We have 432. So let's get one of these out of here, and then we'll just go like this. Okay. And so we need, is it 5 per? I think it's 5. Let's see. Yeah, 5 per. So we're going to need 40 of these. Oh man, can we make 40? Okay. There's 8, 8, 8, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then aluminum, we should have an extra one. Okay. So there's 40 of those. Okay. And then we can just make these guys. It's just electrical steel. We have all the resources to make these. And we should be able to make 8 of these guys quick, fast, in a hurry if it would accept the right aluminum block like that. And then we can make 8 of those. Okay, so those are done. So we have our 8 modifier cores. We have our tier 3 panel. We've got our structure blocks. Everybody's happy. The last thing that we need is... solar panels. And we need, no, not that one. How much does that make? 51? Oh, that's a lot. We can't make tier 4 ones though. So we need 49 solar cells. Okay, so let's first of all go and make, let's get out of here and move this and put this here. Let's actually throw this Restonia away. We don't need it in our inventory anymore. Okay, so we need 48 because we have one already. So let's make solar cells. Solar cells. Okay. So we need photovoltaic. So can we make so 48 times 3. So that's what, 96? 144? Yeah. Okay. So can we make a stack? We can. Can we make another stack? We can. No. Okay, so what are we out of? Let me see. We're out of void crystals? Good grief. Okay. All right, well, let's see how many we can make with this, and then we'll know exactly what we've got left. Steel ingot, not a problem. Clear glass might be a problem. Can we make some of this stuff? We can. We just need to go grab some sand. Let's make a couple stacks of that, because we might as well just get started on that as well. Sand. 3, 4. Okay. We have tons of sand. It's a lot of work, a lot of resources, a lot of sort of craziness going on here, but I'm pretty sure it's all going to be worth it. I mean, it has to be, right? It has to be worth it. Okay, and then we just need some, we can just dump this in here, and then we should be able to make some of the sand. No worries. So we can make like 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of that. Okay, that's simple. We can just go back downstairs real quick, and I should use my rod of traveling, and we can just throw it all in here. We can go like do, and it's going to come back as clear glass. So that's cool. Can we go upstairs like this? Yeah, we can. Okay. All right, so that's coming. So let's see how many of these capacitors we can make. So we need to make literally as many of these as we can. How many of these can I make? Okay, I'm out of energetic alloy. I thought I made tons of... I guess I didn't. I thought I made stacks on stacks of this stuff. So we'll see. We'll know. So that was my plan, to figure out exactly how much of these things we could make, and then we'll go kind of from there. Okay, and then we've got a bunch of double layers. So can we make 8, 8, 8? What? Oh, my vibrant alloy is gone too? Capacitor. Oh, I do have some of those. I just ran out of vibrant. Okay, well, let's put these in here, and we'll put these in here. Okay. I'm going to have to make a bunch more vibrant alloy. That's insane to me. Okay, let's see how many of these we can make. Let's grab a steel block again. A steel ingot is what we need. One of these. We'll stick this in here instead. Can I make 8? I can. Can I make more than that? That's how many I can make. 12. So we need 37 more. That means a ton of capacitor work. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera again. I need to make tons and tons of alloy. So let's take a look here just so we know. Vibrant alloy is this stuff. And in the alloy smelter, it's this. So this is what? Redstone, gold, and glowstone. Okay, so let's go 1, 2. This will be at least something to get us started. Okay. So we'll put all of this into the alloy furnace and just let it run. Like so. Okay, it can do its deal. So we'll start making a bunch more of that. Let me do that off camera, and I'll bring you back, and we're going to try to end this episode with making one of these tier 3 solar cells. And then, I mean, we'll have 15,000 RF a tick coming in nonstop all the time, rocking and rolling. And it's just going to be a matter of getting it out of the mining dimension and getting it back here to the base. Let me work on that. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. We have all the pieces parts. We've got the solar panel controller tier 3. We have modifier cores. We've got alabaster structure blocks. We've got a solar cell. We also have a power cell, and we made a power cell card. Let me just show you really quick if you don't remember. It's been a little while since we've made a power cell. So the power cell itself is pretty simple. It's just a machine frame, which we can make now in our replicator. So that's super easy. We've got just blocks of redstone, some prismarine shards. You can get prismarine shards by putting them in front of the atomic reconstructor, quartz. In front of that, it turns into shards. We got emeralds for days, diamond for days. So we can make these. These are easy. Where the difficulty comes in, it's the actual power cell card, which requires a Klein flask, which we've made before when we were making ender chests, and then an extreme energy laser relay, and that requires some crafting. So we have to get some empowered Inori crystal. We have to make a laser relay first. And then we need some empowered Inori crystals and some Restonia. And then finally we need some empowered Diamantine to make these guys. So those are pretty pricey, these little guys. But we made one of each one. Let's get out of here. So that's where that's how we're gonna get power back from the mining dimension. Okay, so now all we have to do is go in here. Oh hey, what the? Okay, we're good. I had to move my portal. Remember, I tore it down whenever I was cleaning up around there. Here, let's go see where we are at in relationship to the old port. Well, we're not too far away. I mean, the mine is right over there. That's our little windmill setup, so that's okay. We can put it over here if we want to. Okay, we just need to go and look at chunk coordinates because we want to make sure that we're inside a chunk. Let's do another one. We just want to make sure we're here. Yeah, like here's the center. This will work. Okay. So if I bring this piece of cobblestone, or put this piece of cobblestone down that I put earlier... And I think, I mean, it doesn't have to be that tall. Maybe we'll just go like right there, and we'll put the controller in. Oh, by the way, I made one of these, N-Forged pickaxe. These crazy things, they're really simple. Let me see. It's just some end diamonds and some sticks, but these things they have infinite durability, and they're like as fast as something that's got a bunch of haste on it. Like, it just rips through netherrack. And that's what I was using it for. We'll talk about that later. I was trying to clear out a little flat spot in the nether to try to see if I could do something cool. Oh, please let me have my assembler. Please be in here. Okay. Oh, that's okay. We don't need to go back home. We have our super cool storage module that has unlimited range. There it is, right there. That's exactly what we need. Awesome. Okay, now we should just be able to go underneath this controller and just hold down right-click, and it should build this whole thing for us inside the chunk. I'm keeping the chunk border up there just to make sure. Okay, assembly complete. And we're inside the chunk 100%? Yeah, we are. So this thing should start filling up? Yeah, it does. Okay, so we're going to put this guy here. Okay, and we're going to stick him right there. Man, I'm a little ginger with my keyboard movements. I got a brand new keyboard because I didn't like that wireless one anymore. Let me see. And we're going to have him set to in. And this guy should be ripping full of power. Yeah, yeah. I still need to find out where my other one is. I don't know. I wish I knew. I don't know where it's at. Okay, but anyway, and then we just need to go in here. Oh, no, not here. We need to go here and here. And we want to claim this chunk, and then we want to load it. Okay, so that should keep us with power, like, all the time. Okay? Yeah, that should work. I mean, it's 5,000. I mean, I guess we might want to... did I bring conduits? Yeah, I did. Okay. So I think we might want to go just like this and say you are extract and you are insert. Okay. So these power cells do 5,000 RF a tick per side. So if we go here and we change this guy to insert, insert, and you to extract there. So we essentially have 3 sides now. And this is the good conduit that does 5,000 RF a tick. So we should be able to get plenty of RF a tick in from this thing. I mean, well, it's actually producing 15,000 RF a tick. This is a tier 3. So are we getting that? Here, let's make sure we're getting all the power we can possibly get out of this thing into this power cube. Okay, we might as well go around. Oh, hello. Oh man, I hate new keyboard day. You ever, you really want a new keyboard, but then when you get it, you're like, man, I sort of miss my old one. My hands knew where all the buttons were. That's sort of what I'm going through right now. Okay, so there we go. So now we're pulling out ridiculous amounts of power. This thing's clear full. 3 million RF tick. Took no time to get loaded up. Okay, so let's just go here, and then we'll go like this, and we'll say new waypoint, new, and this is solar. Save. Close. Escape. Okay. Yeah. There's our solar panel. That's bet it's looking like a dream. Where's our other portal? Did we not? Oh, it's down in here, isn't it? Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. That makes me happy. All right, so now we can go top side, and we should be... Other than the fact that it's nighttime, it's dangerous. Man, right before I started recording, there was a storm going, like a thunderstorm, and I had like 5 sets of those crazy skeleton horses that spawn, that as soon as you get up close to, start spawning all the other skeleton horses. Man, I have more arrows sticking out of me than you can even imagine. But if we come over here and look, let's put this guy to out. Okay, escape. And then have him set to... input? Yeah. So he's getting power at 1,000 RF a tick. Yeah. That's perfect. Okay, I really wish I knew where my other power cell was. I think it's under here. I don't know. Didn't we go through this process before looking for it? Because it said there's 3 million RF. If one of you guys can remember where in the world my power cell is, I would certainly appreciate it, because I can't remember. I have no idea where it went. Let's go up here. Let's call this episode a done deal. Man, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Until next time, please remember to be cool. Don't be a fool. And from the age of engineering, where finally, RF power is sorted. At least for a while, for sure. I guess we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.